Hey guys, so today I'm going to be sharing my experiences with both the Olympus 45mm lens and the LUMIX 42.5mm Nocticron lens. So as you can see, the two are a bit different in size. At first glance, the Olympus is a bit longer, however it's also a bit smaller in diameter, as you can see. In terms of weight, they're about the same. I wouldn't consider that as a major difference. However, the Olympus does have this extra function button, which I never used, but you might find handy. Now, what I did like about the Nocticron was this aperture ring. So on the fly, I could change the aperture, which was really nice. You could also do that on the camera, but this made it a bit quicker. And if you set it back to A, then it lets the camera select the aperture itself. Yeah, I had a good time using both of these lenses. There's also a feature on the Olympus where you can pop it down like this, and it lets you manually focus. I feel like this would be handy for video, perhaps, if you want to quickly switch to manual focus. But I also never used this on the few days I had with both of these lenses. Now onto the lens hoods. The Nocticron lens hood is slightly bigger and heavier than the Olympus one because it's metal as well. It does feel nicer, it does look nicer, but I believe it'll scratch a bit easier. If you drop this thing, it's gonna dent and damage the paint. But if you can see now, when I attach these two, I like to keep the hoods on the bodies like these, so like this. So yeah, it is a bit long, so it covers the whole lens, as you can see, which is fine. It does make it a bit hard to handle if you do try to take it off like this, because it's a bit slippery. The Olympus one I like a bit better. It's not as long, it doesn't cover the whole lens. Might be because the Olympus is a bit longer as well, but it kind of like snaps into place quick and easy. This one you gotta turn this ring over here, which takes a little bit more time. But so to remove it, you just press down this button here and it just slides off. It's quick and easy to put on. So in terms of convenience, efficiency, the Olympus lens hood is way better, and I enjoyed using it a bit more than the Nocticron lens hood. Now in terms of my experience in using both of these lenses, they were actually very similar. Other than the lens hoods, there wasn't really much of a difference. I was using both of these lenses on a LUMIX Panasonic body, so just keep that in mind. But I didn't notice any differences in, stabilization. The body I used has 5-axis stabilization, so it doesn't really matter that this one doesn't have stabilization. But I believe this one, using a LUMIX lens, adds another layer of stabilization. However, I didn't really notice a difference between the two. All photos came out sharp on both, and actually the photo quality on both were very similar as well. However, the extra 2.5mm from the Olympus did help in getting more into shot sometimes with the longer focal length. Now I'll show you some of the differences between the photos between the two lenses, and you can see for yourself. So first in the slideshow is the Olympus 45mm f1.2. The Panasonic GX85 was used for all these photos. Here's the Panasonic 42.5mm lens. They're very similar. They both take great photos. The Olympus is much cheaper, I think, retail price, than the Panasonic. So personally, I would just go for the Olympus. After using both of these, the Nocticron I'm definitely gonna sell. So if you want to buy it, take a look at the link in the description, because I'm selling this one right here. I was actually going to keep the Nocticron based on the dual IS on the Panasonic bodies. I think they now have dual IS too, which makes it a bit more stable for using video especially. For photo, I don't think there's much of a difference. But if I wanted like very stable video, I would use like a proper stabilizer, like a gimbal for example. So I'm probably just gonna get rid of this. This lens was much cheaper anyways, and I'm getting exactly the same results, if not better. So
Thank you for watching. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. Thank you, and see you next time.